Today I want to talk about the sentiment of the market and the big idea that yes, crypto is going to crash eventually. Now, it could very well be in December. I could be wrong because, as you know, I think that we are going to extend a little bit further out into 2022. I don't think that the market cycle is going to directly copy previous market cycles as they haven't done before. That being said, a lot of people are saying that we're crashing in December. So I want to get this out of the way before I get into the video. Of course, that is a possible reality, and I am in no way telling anyone not to take profit. Of course, you should take profit dynamically by percentage every day, 2 days, every week, whatever it may be. As soon as that price is in your target area, that you should start taking profits. I do think at some level you should have a little bit in the market to ride with. But that being said, I'm not against you taking profits at any point in the market, even at a loss. For some people, they might take a loss just to get the tax benefit. So keep in mind, not telling you should buy, hold. It's completely dependent on your situation. In fact, I plan on taking profits as soon as the market ramps up a little bit further, but I plan on holding and re-entering a little bit later just in case I'm wrong. And that just goes to show you plan for contingencies and you take profits when it's smart to take profits. That being said, I don't think that we're about to drop. I don't think we're on the cliff of crypto going down. Of course, we're on kind of a red day, but we do have some greens. We have some altcoins that are actually doing well. One big altcoin being BNB on a massive spike right now. And this is a major cap altcoin. This is in the top 3-4 cryptocurrencies at 602 right now, riding up right now. And it's gone on a pretty incredible rise over the last couple of days and over the last couple of weeks, really. Really held that momentum to make another shift in and making a 7% increase on the day. So very well for BNB. Another big one is Solana. Now, you guys know Solana went through that dip after that market shutdown of the blockchain went down. We picked up a little bit of Solana in a couple of different buys. I basically summed that up in a zone. This is about the zone that I bought. Of course, I didn't buy the exact bottom, right? We're not all great traders here, but this is around the zone that I did buy Solana, and now it's up here. Of course, we're getting a little pullback. And today, if you don't know, Bitcoin is on a little pullback over the last couple of days. But right now, I see Bitcoin as more consolidating. It hit new all-time highs, got a little rejected, trying to find some ground before it makes another leg up or goes down to the downside. Could it go down? Of course it could. That being said, that doesn't mean that the market cycle's over. Most likely, we're going to pick it back up. But Solana obviously making headway up to that $230 mark, doing very well. In terms of DEXs, I really like Radium. Radium has been an amazing DEX. I find the network very responsive. I find it all very quick and everything else. So I'm really happy with Radium. I'm really happy with how everything functions, how quick it is. Obviously, they have the order book feature as well. Probably one of the smoothest DEXs I've ever used, and maybe second to PancakeSwap. But even then, you can just tell everything just runs quick, runs really fast because of the blockchain. So you're not really waiting on too much with Solana, which is pretty nice. So I really like Radium as a DEX for Solana. So overall, I think the token's going to do well. I'm glad that I have it in my portfolio, and I'll probably most likely add a little bit more down the road. I actively right now I'm mining with my PC, and any revenue with my mining PC goes right into Solana at this point. So that's now how I'm putting money into Solana. So I'm probably not going to be buying anymore just because of how extended it is. But I did make a couple of purchases at some good times. VeChain is also one that I've been extremely bullish on. You guys know I'm a huge bull for VeChain, where it's going to go. It's not even close to its all-time high, which is around 26, 27 cents, maybe even a little bit more. Yeah, around maybe 28. So it's still at 15 cents, but it has gone on a pretty big increase over the last couple of days, doing very well on this incline, getting back up to before we had that drop, and then again before we had that massive capitulation down. But I would say VeChain really pumped super far, because we came from, like if you look at this chart, we came to around a penny, just around a penny, into the bull market, and then shooting up all the way up to 26 cents. Just incredible gains for VeChain over that time. So of course, a blockchain that pumps, or a chart that pumps, needs some time to kind of burn out and release that energy off. It's just so much excitement, so much hype, and so much money that went into the network, just had to burn itself off. Ethereum is also doing well, a little bit of a pullback today, but the reason why I want to talk about Ethereum and the reason why I'm talking about those altcoins, one, those altcoins are kind of signaling that things are happening within the system, right? Things are happening within the market. We have Chainlink up 5%, right? Things are happening. But a lot of people are saying that we are crashing. Everyone should sell all of their positions and get completely out of the market. Get ready for your a 90% correction. Some people I've heard even calling for an 8K Bitcoin. I don't think an 8K Bitcoin is in the cards, and I don't think we'll see a Bitcoin under a sub 30K ever again. I'm not sure that that's a realistic assumption that we're going to see. I mean, it's possible, and I'm not going to say it's not possible. But I'm going to say that it's not very likely at this point that we're going to see something like a sub 30K Bitcoin. And Ethereum is interesting because we have all this hype around Ethereum. But what is going to happen in December? For Bitcoin, for Ethereum, and most likely for the majority of the crypto market, we are going to see potentially one of the biggest mass sell-offs. Probably we're going to see a massive correction within the market because a lot of people will be anticipating a market drop. So all these people are going to look back at December of 2017 and act exactly like this market is going to do exactly what happened there. What I suspect will most likely happen is a massive sell-off will happen, and then the market will pick back up again, because we have a massive supply shock happening with Bitcoin and with Ethereum, and they're going to drive the market cycle up. The market is not over, and we're most likely going to see much higher than where we are right now, and I think a lot of people are ready to step off this train before it really gets started. Let me explain exactly why I think this way, because of course it's nice if I just say it, but like one big thing is understanding what's happening with supply of the two major cap coins. Not only the two major cap coins, we're talking about some of the top altcoins as well. But if we talk about the two major cap coins, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we look at Ethereum right now, the staked Ethereum is consistently going up and up and up and up and up. More and more people are staking Ethereum, and Ethereum is being pulled off of exchanges. It's constantly going into long-term holder wallets. We've seen this traditionally happen over the last little while. And on the side of Bitcoin, Bitcoin is also going through a similar shock. Now, this chart looks a lot like Ethereum's chart as well in terms of the exchange flow. So exchange supply of Ethereum is going down because more Ethereum is being locked up, more Ethereum is in DeFi, Aave, being bridged over to plenty of different locations. So Ethereum supply in exchanges is going down as well. But Bitcoin is also going down. It's going into long-term holder wallets. A lot of people are holding Bitcoin expecting where it's going to go in the long term, right? When it's in double-digit trillion-dollar market caps, right? When it is a potentially $10 trillion market cap, what would that Bitcoin look like? And this is why the long-term holders are holding like this. Even if we do see a sell-off in December, at the end of the day, where is this asset going to be in the next 10 to 15 years? And that's an important question to ask yourself and think of how much exactly you want to hold on before you just sell everything, because you could potentially be selling millions in some coin cases. Now, I want to specify that I don't think that we're going into any crazy super cycle or anything. I just think that we're going to see an extended cycle that's not going to end exactly where it ended back in 2017. Remember, history rhymes. It doesn't mimic and copy itself directly. And hey, if it is actually that easy and I'm wrong, I'm going to be really happy because I'm going to make a lot of money because that's how the market works. I'm guessing that that's not what's going to happen. Even Raoul Pal is on board with this theory. Actually, a lot of this sentiment is from him. He thinks that we are going to see that massive sell-off in December, and then the market is going to rip, making this max pain event. And at that point, we could see a market peak potentially sometime in March to June, August, potentially that area, which I would probably say that that's a pretty valid assumption. I would actually agree with a lot of that sentiment. I'm thinking maybe March, maybe even a little later, potentially Q2, Q3 of 2022 is most likely where I think that we will see a market peak and then a drop. But definitely, this market cycle is not over, because when you make a mass sell-off like that and so much cryptocurrency is being pulled from short-term holders to long-term holder hands, and we see the lack of Bitcoin and Ethereum in exchanges, more Ethereum being locked up, more Bitcoin being pulled off into cold storage and investments, You're seeing this recipe for the supply just to be squeezed down until finally the price has no place else to go but up. So yes, we could absolutely see some sort of sell-off in December, and it's actually pretty probable. Remember that all these markets, and I showed you the Bitcoin chart here, this 2017, why people sell at December of 2017, and why people will sell of December in 2021 is because of human emotion. Remember, these charts don't move because of trading dynamics or because of the price of Bitcoin, the fair value of Bitcoin, nothing. That's not how these charts move. These charts move directly based on human emotion because it is humans that is buying and selling and causing these price moves. This is a human emotion chart, and that's all this is. But when you have a lack of supply within the exchanges, when you have a massive industry movement to get into cryptocurrency, more industries like the payment industry being Visa, MasterCard, all the banks getting into cryptocurrency right now, governments talking about CBDCs, do you really think that right now it's over? When you think of something like the stock market being over $100 trillion, you think of the housing market being well over $200 trillion. You think of the derivatives market being over $1 quadrillion, estimated at $1.5 quadrillion. And then you see cryptocurrency sitting at $2.8 trillion. The US government have passed bills about half the size of cryptocurrency's market cap. And probably at some points they've passed even bigger bills, way bigger than all of cryptocurrency. But the point that I'm trying to say is $2.8 trillion is not a lot of money. Yes, we can absolutely drop from here. But is it unreasonable to think that this market cap could increase to upwards $10 trillion potentially by the end of this market cycle, and even way further down in the future? And again, I'm not telling you that you shouldn't sell. You should absolutely sell, take profits as you go, reinvest in the market, always maintain a position. But that being said, where is the potential of cryptocurrencies? And is it possible for crypto to hit something like $100 trillion market cap eventually? The stock market is $100 trillion. So are we saying that the cryptocurrency market couldn't hit $100 trillion feasibly in the future? Even if it is the near future with massive inflation going up, massive money printing, do we think that $100 trillion is completely out of the question? I don't. I think a lot of this is plausible. And of course, we could potentially see this market drop because a lot of people think that it's going to happen. But the big thing to recognize, in the long term, we're all going to do well. And if you're someone that wants to buy and sell and time the market, more power to you. And like I said, I'm going to take profits to better my situation. But that being said, I'm not going to completely exit the market because I think that would be foolish. And I also think if we do see a massive drop here, it'll just be a good buying opportunity. So I just keep that in mind as you're looking at the next couple weeks, if not in December. If we do see a potential sell-off, a massive sell-off event, I would just look at it as potentially a buying opportunity, but I would understand the fear, and I'm not giving anyone financial advice. You really have to make your own best decision, and if that is to take profits to better yourself and your family, that's probably what you should do. And I'll be doing the exact same. What I plan on doing is dollar cost averaging every few days, just dynamically buy a small percentage and create a pot to cover my incidentals. But I do expect the market to continue. So even if we do see a drop in the near term, I do expect it to go back up. But again, I know that's the unpopular opinion. I know a lot of people think that we're peaking and we're going down. So which side are you on? Go ahead and like or dislike the video depending on your vote. But if you did like the content, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe to the channel for more crypto news and content. And of course, happy hodling.